You guys hitchhiking?
Yes.
That looks like the Last Supper and the Apostles. Okay. Tourist prices. And here's the Rabbit Rock. And look at this one. It's like a Hobbit building. So I'm here in Cappadocia in central Turkey, and been exploring for the last couple of days, and there's so much to see around here. It's really incredible. Check this out. And it just keeps going and going. These are the so-called fairy chimneys in Cappadocia. It's a early morning in December, and I'm now in a region known as Cappadocia in central Turkey. Hey there, how's it going? This is Goreme in Cappadocia. That is where I'm staying, the Nature Park Cave Hotel. A very nice room for about $45. And what you saw at the beginning there was my breakfast that I had at a little cafe right up ahead. I'll show it as I walk past here. It was a sponge cake that was really delicious, and the other thing was called a pancake, but it was kind of more like a crepe, and then cut up there, and it was spinach and cheese and sausage, and also really tasty. So walking into Goreme here, a pleasant little town. So here's where I had the crepe. And so Goreme here is the main central place to stay when you're visiting Cappadocia. However, there are other towns in the area. So here is Goreme, and then Nevşehir and Açıkol and Gölcükür. I'm sure that I'm totally messing up the names here, but these are all towns within the greater area of Cappadocia. So it is a huge area to explore and one of the most fascinating places on Earth. And glad to be back exploring this absolute geological and historical wonderland with so much to see. So I'm heading out and going to go to the open air museum, which is really interesting. Not your typical museum. You'll find out when we get there. So I have a rental car parked right up ahead here and going to hit the road. I guess these are hitchhikers. You guys hitchhiking?
Yes.
Where did you start from?
Poland.
From Poland all the way to here?
Yes.
Cool. And where are you going next?
Georgia, India, Nepal, and all the Asia.
Amazing. Have a good trip. I've done a lot of hitchhiking myself, so. I'm hitchhiking once again. Thank you for the ride.
What? It's okay?
Yeah. Okay. I'm making a video.
Oh.
Where are you from?
I'm from Norway.
See, thanks, you too. And here's the car. And so here you can get a little taste of the strange, surreal landscapes here in Cappadocia, the fairy chimneys, geological formations sticking out of the ground there. I will definitely get more close up to them. You can take a bus tour if you prefer, or go horseback riding. Hello. And so the museum that I'm going to is right over there. It's just a kilometer from Goreme, and so you can walk here if you want.
Camera?
It is, yeah, GoPro.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Where are you from? From Goreme?
Cappadocia.
From Cappadocia. You're Cappadocian. You were mentioned in the Bible, I think.
Yes. Thank you.
The Cappadocians, yeah.
Yeah, where from?
United States.
America.
Yes, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
California, yeah.
California.
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah.
About three years ago.
When he was governor.
Yeah, governor.
He was governor long 15 years ago or something.
No, this 3 or 4 years ago. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It was more than 3 years, but yeah, he was the governor. Orange pomegranate juice. It was 15 lira, which is $2.50 for a tiny little juice. That's what happens sometimes when you don't ask first. Tourist prices. I thought it was going to be bigger and cheaper, but it is good. So this is the museum, open air museum, not inside a building. It was 54 Turkish lira, or $9. And so the museum is a cluster of monasteries, caves inside the fairy chimneys that were occupied by Greek monks during the Byzantine era and very colorfully painted inside with incredible murals. Now, the last time that I was here, you couldn't film inside and actually show the murals, so I'm hoping things have changed. We shall see. As you can see, it is a popular spot here, but I will be showing some other areas that are much, much less busy. So I think I will skip this and find one that isn't so packed. And so here is a very simple mural inside this cave here. A cross, as you can see. And an altar. The Karikli Sandal Church. The church is part of a monastery whose halls surround an open U-shaped courtyard. Presently, the church is named after the 2 deep footprints on the ground, which can be found under the figure of the Ascension of Jesus. And so I guess that is why it is the Sandal Church. And so I guess that is one of the murals inside. 12 scenes from the life of Jesus are painted inside the church. The church has been dated back to the mid-11th century. That looks like the Last Supper and the apostles. Wow. And so the murals inside there were just absolutely incredible, so colorful and beautifully done. But as you saw there, unfortunately you couldn't take photos or video. I'm sure that they don't want people using their flash and ruining the murals. And so once again, no photos or videos allowed inside there. I went in and it was really spectacular, same as the other one. So colorful, absolutely amazing to think that these are 1,000-year-old paintings and they're just bright, bright with color. Here is another room with a similar thing here as the other one. This one is more ruined, but I don't know if it's like part of an altar or something with a more practical purpose, but this is quite a amazing, spacious room here. And so there's good news, which is that I was here 10 years ago. I was a little bit sneaky, and in one of the painted churches, a different one than the ones that I just saw, then I actually took out my camera and recorded a little bit of video footage. So here is that footage. And so here again is another one of these things, and you can see more clearly now because this one is in better condition. It has a very practical purpose. It is a table. You would sit and everyone sit around it, and then the table in the middle. Sir, where did you get this hat?
Hã?
Where did you get this?
Ah, eu não entendo.
Okay, it's good.
Eu comprei outro. Ah,
yeah, it's very cool.
Graças.
And so one of the things that I love about Cappadocia and why it is one of my favorite places in the world is because it isn't just the controlled sites that you can visit, the ones that you have to pay for and that are packed with people. That is just the drop in the bucket of how much there is to see in this vast, vast area. And so if you want to get away from the crowds and yet see something really cool and totally worth checking out, then all you have to do is go for a walk. So right there is my car parked down there and the open air museum that I just visited, and look at this. More of these caves and even murals, not going to be as spectacular as the ones in the museum, of course. I walked around here the last time that I was here a decade ago. I recognized that strange looking rock there that kind of looks like a rabbit or something. And so let's go get close up and personal with some of these ancient cave homes and tombs and kitchens and probably shops, everything that human civilization requires embedded into these caves, because there were whole cities living in these canyons. Everywhere you look, you see the fairy chimneys poking up, and you'll see the square holes that were doors and windows of people's homes and businesses thousands of years ago. And here you can see some murals. Not much left, but a little remnant of how colorful these must have been back in the day. Look at that. Wow, it is so nice and cool. I can feel the cool air coming out of here. So, not sure what that was, but that might have been another table that's really eroded. So this is obviously one of the caves that has not been restored. It has just been here like this for who knows how long. You can see the scratch marks of how they carved out the cave. A shelf, I guess. You can imagine it being all decorated with carpeting and candles on the shelf, a bed and various furnishings. And it just goes on and on and on. You can just walk and walk and walk for literally miles and just keep coming across things like this. Maybe this was the bathroom back here. Or maybe it was a tomb. Maybe this was an oven. Or maybe it was a tomb. And here is the Rabbit Rock. Wow. Unbelievable. This is Cappadocia at its finest. A deserted valley full of fairy chimneys and caves. What a sight this must have been when it was alive, people living here. Kids running around, horses galloping through, calls of trumpets perhaps, and processions, and people making music and having outdoor meals. And so check it out, you can see a stick up there, a pole. I'm sure that many of these holes that you see were a spot to lodge a pole into, and then they built wooden structures built onto the rocks. And those have long since crumbled and worn away, but these would have looked very different when they were actually newly built. And look at this one, it's like a hobbit building with tiles on the roof. This is wild. I wonder if it's more recent. Because, yeah, that's like concrete right there. And there's a door on this one. Locked door. I can see some crates in there. Somebody's storing something. All those caves up there. Hello. Yes, just to walk walk up there is okay? Thank you. It's Kavusi?
Çavuşin, yes.
Chavushin. Okay.
Çavuşin pijon var.
I see. Thank you.
Where are you from?
United States.
İngiltere.
America.
America.
America, yes.
America,
California.
United States, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. It's one person, one Turkish lira. It's here.
Okay. No problem. 1 second.
Okay.
Wow.
20 million years. It's here. 2,000 here.
2,000 years old.
Yes.
Wow. So I was talking before about what it would look like when it was actually furnished, and here you go. This is kind of what it might have looked like. It's your home?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Museum, and I live in it's here.
You live here. I see.
I'm from Ankara.
I see. So I guess this is just kind of to show what it would look like when it was lived in. 2,000-year-old cave, she said. Unbelievable. And once you get some carpeting down here and some beds and stuff on the walls, then it is really quite comfy. So cool.
İster misin?
Hello, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So she was only charging 1 Turkish lira to come through here and explore. I guess this is kind of her backyard. 1 Turkish lira is about 15 cents. And so I gave her 10 lira. Hiking road. So look at this. Another ancient town. And so you can see the 3 or 4 holes which I assume is where they would have put wooden beams and something would have stuck out from there. So that is the modern town of Chavushin. Okay. What's the name in Turkish?
Yeah.
Pisti kebab.
How do you say?
Pisti kebab.
Okay.
Testi, pot belly.
I see.
Testi kebab.
So this is a chicken dish and rice, some popcorn they gave me, and a glass of wine. All right, looks great. See you tomorrow.